Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this news program on the national television of Burkina Faso. Without more ado, these are the headlines. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has paid a surprise visit to the workers of the state media RTB this week following the unfortunate incident that caused injuries and material damage. The president of Faso has gone to show solidarity with the workers. Citizens in Ouagadougou condemned fake news relayed by certain media and on social media. After the suspension of TV5 Monde, many people spoke up. End of polemics on the national situation. The president of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, was on the premises of the national television RTB on Thursday morning. A surprise visit to reassure and encourage workers after the unfortunate incident that caused injuries and material damage. The visit enabled journalists to find out about the state of the nation.
After the unfortunate incident at the national television station caused by a fall of a shell, information of all kinds was relayed by traditional media as well as some social media concerning the state of the transition. And since then, workers had been feeling anxiety. To reassure and encourage them, the president of Faso came back to the facts.
Qui amène beaucoup de fouilles et de désagréments, mais c'est pour vous.
Those who are there to protect you unfortunately caused the incident. I think it was in the course of their work, when trying to check certain things, that the gun unfortunately went off. Those who were next to it and the one who threw it were also injured. It also an opportunity for the head of state to comment on the false information relayed by international media and social networks. Western media are what we call lying media. I think that many people have understood now. Most of them are lying media. They have spent all their time manipulating. I think that young Africans must understand and stop watching or listening to them. The president's visit to the national television is a first in the history of RTB, according to the Director General. On Wednesday, 12th of June, a shell on the premises of the national television of Burkina caused injuries and material damage.
The Federation of Voluntary Blood Donors Association of Burkina Faso has dispelled the doubt raised by certain comments made in local media outlets and questioning the authenticity of pictures of the president of Faso at the blood donation ceremony. During a press conference on Wednesday, the Federation stated categorically that the pictures of the president of Faso were taken at Kourouba on June the 14th and were current. Captain Ibrahim Traoré did indeed donate blood, went on the Federation. It has indicated that it will place a formal charge against the authors of these misleading statements if they do not provide proof for their assertions. TV5 Monde has been suspended in Burkina Faso for 6 months and fined 50 million CFA francs, according to a press release from Burkina Faso's media regulatory body, CSC. The decision follows breaches of the law in the content of the 17th of June 2024 edition of this television channel. In this edition, the media regulatory body noted tendencies, comments approaching disinformation and statements tending to minimize the efforts of the transition authorities. Following the suspension of certain media, Burkina Faso citizens spoke up. Citizens in Ouagadougou condemned fake news relayed on media and on social media. Listen to some reactions.
We have to know that we are in a period of war against some other people, and everyone is using like a strategy to bring the other one down. So we could see that fake news are being releasing everywhere. It's like also the techniques they are using in order to bring Burkina Faso down.
We have what we call freedom of speech, but if it goes against the law that we've settled, and since we are in a time of war, we have to control it, okay? And those who are sending fake news, for sure they are working for other people. They are working for our enemies. We cannot let it go. I think the suspension is very worth to be.
somehow it's normal to suspend those who publish fake news in the media, because sometimes publishing fake news can make like a confusion or put someone's life in danger without this person know what exactly he did or she does at the time being.
If you see a message or an information on the spot, don't start sharing it. Make sure that it is true. Maybe if you have seen it on Facebook, you can go in Google or something else, or ask your brothers, other people, and see if it is real, if it is true before you start sharing it.
I think they have to pay attention, because as we have a problem of security in Burkina Faso, we have to rely on a good media, because if we have to rely on international media, many media are telling lies. So we have to pay attention, really pay attention in those kind of things.
Defense and security forces on patrol in 3 localities in the Center-West region shoot dead a terrorist as part of Operation Ninchu. During this operation last May, the Defense and Security Forces also arrested 2 young terrorists. These 2 teenagers expressed their regret at having taken arms against their country.
I'm 15 years. I left the armed terrorist group. I laid down my weapon because I understood that there is no truth in this. To get me into their groups, they flattered me to come and take up arms to defend our community. It's when I got there that I realized that it's not truth at all. They are not fighting for a community. They kill people from all ethnic groups and loot their property. They made us believe that they are doing jihad, and then they use a community pretending that they are helping it. Islam advises against killing. I was lucky when Defense and Security Forces carried out an operation in our base, and I was one of those who laid down their arms. In any case, I have laid down my weapon, and I'm proud today.
The president of the Transitional Legislative Assembly received on Thursday 2 diplomats. They were the ambassadors of India and the Kingdom of Belgium to Burkina Faso. On the agenda of a discussion with Dr. Ousmane Bourma were the strengthening of cooperation between Burkina Faso and the 2 countries. Listen to Indian Ambassador Bhaskar Bhatt.
First of all, I'm grateful to the President of the Assembly to have given me an opportunity to visit him and apprise him of all the activities, cooperation activities we are having between the 2 countries. So the activities involved, we've been cooperating with each other in the agricultural sector for a very long time since we started our cooperation. So I apprised him of the activities which are taking place in that sector.
Right.
Similarly, we have cooperation in the security aspects also. We have cooperation in the field of pharmaceuticals. We have cooperation in the field of digitalization. India is doing very well in the digital sphere, so we are cooperating in that sector also. And also, we would be cooperating in the field of exchange of visits between the 2 countries amongst the parliaments, members of parliament. I also informed him about the recent Indian elections that had taken place. India is a big country, and our elections took place from April to June in a 7-phase, a long process. And we recently, and there was 950 million registered voters, who were registered to vote for the elections. So the elections completed on 4th of June, and the new government had taken oath on 9th of June. So and the new speaker would be elected on 26th of June when the legislative session takes place.
Students and staff from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs met with a career diplomat last Wednesday in Ouagadougou. The ambassador and the chargé de mission to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was the guest at this meeting. During the 2-hour exchange, Seydou Sinka shared his 28 years of experience with the young people. The initiative came from the English Club of this department and aims to build the capacities of the participants.
Deuxième texte, British. Exchanges between a career diplomat student from public and private universities and agent from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. With the youngest, the ambassador and chargé de mission is sharing his 28 years of experience. From his childhood to his current position, through the function he has held internationally, all subjects were covered.
Usually we say in diplomacy, you have to be a representative of your country, to be there where people are discussing of a matter of the world. I represent my country and I have to defend the position of my country in the United Nations meetings and everything. And so I have to look for partners for my country. You know, as a diplomat, you have to have a good relation with the foreign country there, because New York is a big place. We have around 1,092 or 93 countries in New York, in the United States for United Nations, please. And we have to manage with all of the countries.
The sharing moments are appreciated by some participants.
It was a real pleasure for us, like the young people who wanted to be or want to be a translator or maybe work for the embassy, Burkina Faso embassy at New York. So I took a pleasure, real pleasure, to participate on it.
Yeah, I will quote one of his quotation. He said that after your hard work comes good lives, and we have to work hard and pray to be lucky. This is a wonderful quotation I got from him, and I will put them into practice.
This session of sharing experience is on the initiative of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs English Club.
So we talked about practical matters. So it was really important to have such a meeting, to have people like of his experience, to have him share what he has learned through the years. It was a dynamic session because the participants were really attentive, and the journalist also, he has managed well.
This meeting with the diplomat and young people is the first of the year 2024. It aims to build the capacities of the participants and to promote their leadership.
Ladies and gentlemen, full stop for this news program that I was pleased to present. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Next time,